Welcome back to this tutorial. Last tutorial we just create a XAML screen and showed like what we want to do. Let's just run that here so we can kind of have a remind that a little bit. Just created those menu items for that window. They're not doing anything yet, as you can see. And now that's when things start to get fun. So you're going to start implementing those buttons. And also we're going to connect our database and learn how to connect our database into this program so we can actually use Linq to SQL. So the first thing we want to do then, since we want to create or we want to connect, is to come here to Server Explorer. Click right here on where it's saying connect to database, and that window is gonna show up. If I'm not wrong, let me see here one thing real quick. Okay, we want to connect to this database here, school one. I already have a connection here with, let me come back here. Okay, I have a connection with the school system. Now I want to connect with the school one. So let's go there again, just this plus. And first of all, I need to find my server name. If I click here, it will probably look for the server names. Here it is, and I think that's the only one I have. Anyway, so now here it will, if you click here, select or enter a database name, it should be showing the school database. Since it's not showing, let's actually type it. It's cool. We want to make sure we test the connection. If we don't, and then it doesn't work, we have a problem in the future. Well, it's not visible. Let me just make a quick test here. Let me get a master, which is a default. This one worked. We don't want that one though. We wanted the school. Let me just take a look here real quick. Oh, okay. Oh, in this case, I actually want to put Chris Lima SQL Express. So let me go back there, see if that's gonna help. SQL Express. Let me come here. Okay, it's actually being able to see now. Test connection. Okay, it worked. So yeah, just make sure you're gonna put whatever you have, whatever name you have actually in here until this point. You can have like many servers. In my case, I only have one. I think that it didn't recognize these two databases because they are not inside of the system databases. So I had to, when I put just the first initials here, like Chris Lima, it didn't work. But as I complemented, then it worked. Now that we test it, let me test it again. Okay, I can just go okay, and we're good to go here. Well, now what we want to do is we want to create a file that will hold all the objects that we have in the database. When I mean the objects, it's like Linq to SQL. One of the nice features of Linq to SQL is that whenever you create this file and you import those information to that file, you have a DBML file that's going to show you some like the UMLs for the database and the references and everything. But that also will create a CS file and a class, in fact, for you, where you don't have to worry about doing anything. You can change if you want. Usually you don't have to. We're going to go over a little bit so you can actually know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to create that here right in business. So I'm going to do here new, or actually add new item. Let's wait for that to come up. There we go. Now I want to find Linq to SQL right here. Linq to SQL classes. Let's change this. This is the DBML that I was talking about. Let's change the name for something better. Let's just call school data. Oh, yeah, I got it. school data. Okay, let's add that over here. Okay, now that opened automatically for me. As you see, here I have school data.dbml, and then it's telling Server Explorer toolbox. I want to go to Server Explorer right here. I want to go to my table, to my database. Just click this plus button. Come here to tables, and then I want to select all three of them and drag them right here. Alright, so when I did that, as I told you, we have the UML and all these references, all of them, and also all the fields, now they were created. A class were created with all that in here. If you come here to schooldatadesigner.cs, we're gonna see all that created for us automatically. No worries. As I said, you can come here, modify things if you want to. You usually don't have to. In this case, we won't need it at all. So that's one of the nice things, because it made objects out of those tables, and you get all the getters and setters. If you go, whenever you do that, take a look at it. You're gonna see all the getters and setters, the properties, and everything that you needed. If we come back here to the layout, let's put yes here. Okay, that is just some design version. We won't really deal with this at all either. I just created for you. And going back here, we have here again the UMLs. Okay, so now that we have that, we're pretty much good to go with the database, since we already have the database in here. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. We're good to go. And in fact, the best thing that you can do is just play around, just take a look around, get familiar with it. More information on that matter can be found in my blog, especially in the SQL Server tutorials, if they are available already. So yeah, take a look around on that. It didn't change anything here in the main window or anything at all, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next tutorial. Okay, so see you later.